Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to bring you some PC replay baseball, rolling the dice, 1978 featured game from April 11th. The San Francisco Giants and Bob Knepper taking on the Cincinnati Reds and Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver in his first full season with the Reds. So let's get to the starting lineups and roll a little PC replay baseball. I will not be managing either team. I'm just going to roll the dice and call the game. For the 0-3 San Francisco Giants trying to get their first win of their season, in center field leading off Larry Herndon, batting second at second base Rob Andrews. The third baseman, Daryl Evans. Cleanup hitter at first, stretch Willie McCovey. In right field batting fifth, Jack the Ripper, Jack Clark. Terry Whitfield is in left. Mark Hill behind the plate does the catching. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Johnny LeMaster. And on the bump, batting ninth, doing the pitching, Bob Knepper. For the Cincinnati Reds, who in 1977, the prior year, had their division win streak snapped, as the Dodgers would win the division in 77. They're trying to regain that Cincinnati Big Red Machine momentum. Leading off, playing third base, Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose. Batting second in right field, Ken Griffey Sr. Joe Morgan plays second and bats third. George Foster is the cleanup hitter. He's in left. Johnny Bench bats fifth, does the catching. At short is Davey Concepcion. Dan Dreesen at first for the departed Tony Perez. And Cesar Geronimo will bat eighth and play center field. Tom Seaver, the former New York Metropolitan, is up on the bump looking for his first win of the year. To the ballpark we go. So Seaver's on the mound. He has a 3 range. You want a low range in the infield. Bench behind the plate, actually the catcher, you want the higher number. So he's a 5 and a 41 error. That's not bad. Dreesen's a 2 at first with a 55 error. The higher the number for the error, the better. Morgan is a 3 and a 53 at second. Concepcion is a 2 range, 43 error at short. And Pete Rose is a 3 range, 35 error at third. George Foster in left. In the outfield, you want the higher range number. Is a 4 range, 26 error, 3 arm. Geronimo in center is a 3 range, 32 error, 3 arm. And Ken Griffey Sr., 3 range, 24 error, 4 arm. Here's Larry Herndon to lead things off for the San Francisco Giants. Herndon getting his first start of the season, it looks like. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's batting .385 with 3 ribbies. Seaver's ready. He deals to Larry Herndon. And that is a 4-1-1. So it's going to be infield defense. And that ball's hit to Dreesen. It's an 18. He comes up with it, tosses to Seaver, who steps on the bag, 1 down. 1 out. Coming to the plate for the Giants, Rob Andrews, second baseman. He's 0 for 12 in this early season. Bench sets the target. The pitch to Rob Andrews. Control check for Seaver's 5-3-1. And that's going to be a walk. So Seavers walks Andrews. 1 out, 1 on. And Andrews is going to steal here, it looks like. 44. bench. And Seaver, look, going for the pickoff, but it could be a throwing error here. And you can see his error rating's 11. That's not bueno. And that's going to be a throwing error on Tom Terrific. That's a 46. Advancing to second on the pickoff attempt and throwing error is Andrews. So 1 out. Andrews in scoring position for Daryl Evans. The windup and the pitch from Seavers to Evans. Power column for Evans. That's a 6. 6, 1, 2. How do you do? That's an 18. That's a deep fly ball to left. Foster going back. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. San Francisco Giant legend first baseman Willie Stretch McCovey steps to the plate. The pitch to Stretch. Seaver tosses up a fat one again, the power column. 6-1-6. That's a 35. Shallow fly ball. He got under the off-speed pitch. Foster makes the catch. Andrews stranded at second. The side is retired. Brandon Baker, the touchdown maker, has joined us here at the stadium. Hope all is well, Brandon. As he says, let's go Cincinnati. Due up for the Reds, Rose, Griffey, and Morgan to face Bob Knepper. Knepper, left-handed thrower. Rose, switch hitter, batting righty. McCovey's a 3 at first, 32 error. Andrews is a 3 at second, 46 error. LeMasters is a 3 at short, 42 error. And Daryl Evans, the best range but the worst error chance. 2 range, 16 error. Behind the plate, again, you want the higher number behind the plate. Mark Hill is a 3 range, 5 arm, 34 error. In left field, Whitfield, 4 range, 3 arm, 52 error. In center, Herndon, 3 range, 3 arm, and he's an error machine at 15. Jack the Ripper's in right. Jack Clark, 4 range, 4 arm, 42. So the Ripper's pretty good in right. All right, Bob Knepper, the lefty's done with his warm-up tosses. He'll face Pete Rose. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle, batting 278. And it's a hit column possibility. It's a 3-2-1. 3-2-1 to Pete Rose. Rose swings the stick. It's a 3. It's a dribbler. And fielding it is Hill. He fires to McCovey for out number 1. Nice play by the catcher, Mark Hill. So if the offensive team is up, they want to roll 3s and 6s. 3 is a possibility of getting a hit, not all the time. And a 6 is a possibility of hitting a bippity-boppity boom. The pitcher wants to roll a 1 or a 2, chance of striking them out. Less chance of a batter getting a hit off those columns. Not all the time, but less chance. A 4 is infield defense. A 5 is pitcher's control. That's the way I interpret it. 1 out, no one on for Ken Griffey. Griffey batting 250 on the season with 2 ribbies. The pitch from Knepper to Griffey. Power column for Ken Griffey. 6-4-5. 6-4-5. That's a 53, and that's a line drive single to right. Griffey can try to stretch this into a double if we roll higher than a 4, and he will. That's a 6. So the ball rattles down into the corner. And a hustle double for Ken Griffey. Oh, he's looking to stretch it again. We need a 5 or a 4. It's a 3. Takes a big turn around second and thinks better of it. So a 1-out double for Griffey. And here's little Joe Morgan. Morgan batting 286 with 3 ribbies. Knepper peeks over his shoulder, now looks in at Hill. The pitch to little Joe Morgan, and he makes a pretty good pitch. That's a 1-6-1. That's a pitcher's column. 1-6-1. That's a swing and a miss. Got him on the nasty breaking pitch. 2 outs. Griffey will be off on contact. Speak softly, carry a big boomstick. George Foster, 313, 8 ribbies, and 4 home runs in this early season. The pitch to George Foster. Knepper makes another tough pitch here. 2-1-6. 2-1-6. Can Foster fight it off? 46. Ground ball to LeMaster. Over to McCovey. The one-out double doesn't hurt. The side is retired. We're through one. Top of the second. Due up for the Giants. Clark, Whitfield, and Hill. Our good friend Sports Time Machine has joined us at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful channel. So here's Jack the Ripper, batting below 100 with no ribbies. The windup and the pitch from Tom Seaver. Seaver makes a good pitch at the 2-4-4. 2-4-4. Will it close the door on Jack the Ripper? It's a 12. And Jack the Ripper rips a shot to left. Leadoff single. And Jack wants to steal. Needs higher than a 46. And he's not going to get it. It's a 26, so he's not stealing. And he is out. Bench fires down to Concepcion. They get Jack Clark by a mile. One down. So the Giants look to run themselves out of an inning. Leadoff single goes for naught. Whitfield steps back in the left-hander's batter's box. Bench sets a target. The pitch from Seaver to Whitfield, and Seaver makes a tough pitch there. 1-2-6. 1-2-6. The one column good for a pitcher, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Tied him up with the inside heat. 2 down. Giants catcher Mark Hill batting .231 with a homer and 2 ribbies. Strides to the plate. Seaver nods his head. He rocks and deals to Mark Hill. Hit column for Hill. Seaver leaves up a decent pitch. Let's see if Hill can take advantage of it. 3-3-4. It's out in the middle of the plate. 33. That's a lazy fly ball to left. Foster makes the catch, and the side is retired. Clinton Parks has joined us at the ballpark. Hope all is well. As he says, evening, finished a tough one, 1967. Well, do tell, Mr. Clinton. Do tell. Due up for the Reds in the bottom of the second. Bench, Concepcion and Dreesen to face Bob Knepper. Johnny Bench 250 with a ribby, no home runs. The pitch from Knepper to Bench. 2-4-1, good pitch by Knepper. Will Bench fight it off? Popped up, foul territory, right side, going towards the line. Making the catch is Andrews, 1 down. Here's the Reds' shortstop, the smooth fielding Davey Concepcion, 267, no ribbies. Pitch homeward bound to Davey. Knepper fires in a 2-6-4. 2-6-4, looking to close the door. And that's going to be a line drive towards the gap. Ballpark effect. Whitfield not known for his range. He needs a 1 or a 2 to make the catch. And what a diving catch by Whitfield. We get the 1. Herndon, Herndon. Larry Herndon with the diving catch, robbing a possible double of Davey Concepcion. 2 outs, base is empty for Dan Dreesen. He's taken over first base. Tony Perez, I believe, departed for the Expos in 78, I think. So here's Dan Dreesen, 231 with a ribby, no homers, left-handed batter. Knepper nods his head. Hill sets a target. The pitch to Dan Dreesen. Power column 6-4-1. 6-4-1 to Danny Dreesen. Dreesen swings the stick. And it's a line shot to left. Whitfield fields it. And, Dreesen with 2 outs looking to stretch it. We need a 5 or a 6. It is a 4. He will hold at first. Whitfield fires the ball back in. Dreesen at first for Cesar Geronimo. Red center fielder batting .214. No ribbies, no homers. Seaver on deck. Knepper peeks to first. Now in at the plate. Slide step delivery to Cesar Geronimo. Power column for Geronimo. He only had 5 homers in 78. He's going to get a crack here with a 6.62. How do you do? 60. It's going to be a double. Nope, single. Single to left. Dreesen will hold up at second. 2 outs, 2 on for Tom Terrific. Seaver is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Can Seaver help his own cause? Knepper deals to Seaver. control check, 5-6-1. 5-6-1. Seaver swings the stick, grounds it to Johnny LeMasters, who fires to Stretch McCovey, and the Reds strand 2. We're through 2 here at Riverfront Stadium. We go to the top of the third, no score. Due up for the San Francisco Giants, LeMaster, Knepper in the top of the order. Larry Herndon. Dave Gardner has joined us at the ballpark. Check out that wonderful channel. Of course, check out Digital to Dice, the best podcast out there when it comes to gaming and much, much more with Dave Gardner and Uncle Ron Juckett. Rob's Rules is here. Check out that wonderful channel. Clinton Parks playing his 1967 game says, bottom of the ninth, runners on first and third, 2 down. Tommy Agee bloops one to left field. Scores Don Buford, 1-0 Chicago. Only 4th hit of the game. Peters, K is 11, 4 win. First win of the season for Chicago. Thank you for sharing. Peters, he went on to pitch for the Red Sox. Did he not? Am I getting him mixed up with someone else? All right, here's Johnny LeMaster, weak-hitting shortstop. He's only batting 111. The pitch from Seavers to Johnny LeMasters, and Seavers challenges him with a fastball. That's a 3-3-6. LeMaster's going to swing the stick. That's a 35, and that's a double over the head of Cesar Geronimo. So the weak-hitting shortstop, Johnny LeMasters, smacks that fastball to center, and he stands at second with no outs. Bob Knepper, odds are he's going to bunt. Again, I don't control either team. Corner's playing in for the Reds. Rose in at third, Dreesen at first. The pitch to Bobby Knepper. 1-6-3, excuse me. 1-6-3. Is he bunting? Yes, he is. So we'll re-roll. We will re-roll. And the bunt will go to the pitcher. It's a 1-4. And Seaver pounces on it. But his only play is to first. And the sacrifice is good. He thought about going to third, but he went to Dreesen at first. Advancing to third with 1 out is Johnny LeMaster. And they're going to play the infield in. Sparky Anderson's going to play the infield in. Wow. Top of the order, Larry Herndon, he's 0 for 1. Seaver looking for the K. He rocks and fires to Larry Herndon. He makes a tough pitch there with a 2-6-4. 2-6-4 will close the door on Larry Herndon. It's going to be a ballpark effect hit out to Griffey in right. Can Griffey make the catch? He needs a 1 or a 2 to make the catch. He will not make the catch. It drops in near the right field line. It's an RBI single for Herndon. 1-0 Giants. Jim L. is here. Hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. So 1-0 Giants. They're looking for their first win of the season. Here's Rob Andrews. He walked his first time up. Reds looking to turn 2 in the infield. Seaver peeks to first. Now picks up the sign from bench. Pitch homer bound to Andrews. Infield defense for the Red 4. Infield defense. 4-4-6. Pick up some sticks. 4-4-6. Andrews hits it to Morgan. That's a 9. And they'll get the force at second. So Morgan ranging towards the bag, stepped on it. 2 outs. Andrews at first. Herndon out on the force out. Here comes the third baseman, left-handed batting Daryl Evans. He flew out to left. He's 0 for 1. Seaver works quickly to Daryl Evans, and he makes a tough pitch there. That's a pitcher's pitch with that red 1. That's a 1-5-6. 1-5-6 to Evans. Swing and a miss. Nasty breaking pitch. Side is retired. The Giants get 1, though. We go to the bottom of the third. San Francisco 1, Cincinnati nothing. Due up for the Reds. Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. Kevin Hayes says, "Go Giants!" How you doing, Kevin? Hope all is well. So here's Pete Rose, 0 for 1. Knepper with a 1-run lead. Deals to Charlie Hustle. Infield defense with that red 4. So that's a 4, 3-2. How do you do? That ball's hit to Evans. And it's a roller down the line. Evans charges. Both the blue and purple die have to be higher than a 2. And it's not. It will be a bunt base hit for Pete Rose, who drops one down the third base line. That's a 6-1. So a great bunt by Rose. Rose, the tying run at first. Corners playing in for the Giants. McCovey in at first. Evans in at third. Ken Griffey Sr., who doubled his first time up at the plate, left-handed batter. The pitch to Griffey Sr. Hit column. So Knepper tosses up one, gets too much of the plate there. Can Griffey take advantage of it? That's a 3-5-2. 3-5-2. And he's going to bunt. So we will re-roll. So he squares the bunt. We will re-roll. 3-1. McCovey fields it. Goes to LeMasters. What a play. They get the force out of Rose. So a poor bunt by Griffey. 1 out, 1 on. But Griffey stands at first. Sacrifice failed. Here's little Joe Morgan. He struck out his first time. Again, Giants open at turn 2. The pitch to little Joe Morgan. Knepper. Infield defense. 4-3-2. Morgan swings the sticks. Hits it to LeMasters. That's an 8. And they can only get the force at second. Relay throw not in time. Morgan beats it out. Griffey's out 6-4. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. 1-0 Giants. But here it comes. Speak softly. Carry a big boomstick. He could give the Reds a 2-1 lead with a mighty swing of his bat. The pitch to George Foster. In 1978, he had 40 home runs. 3.66. Hit column possibility. 3.66. Foster looking to grip and rip. And that's a 45. And that's a single to left. Morgan goes first to third. Pop-up slide at third. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for Johnny Bench. Remember Johnny Bench from the baseball bunch? Here's the pitch to Bench, trying to tie this game up. And Bench, will he get a clutch hit on the 3-2-6? 3-2-6. Off-speed pitch by Knepper. It's a 14. Line shot right at Evans. And the Reds leave him on the corners. Oh, Bench made a bid to tie the game. Hit it on the screws, but right at third. Top of the fourth, 1-0 San Francisco. Due up for the Giants, Willie McCovey, Jack Clark, and Terry Whitfield. To face Tom Seaver. Willie McCovey's 0 for 1. The pitch to Willie Stretch McCovey. Seaver makes a pretty tough pitch there. 2-6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. McCovey, this is going to be a ballpark check. Line drive towards the gap. Right center field. Can Griffey make the catch? Another opportunity here. He needs a 1 or a 2, and he makes the diving catch. Ken Griffey robs Willie Stretch McCovey of a possible double. Reds fans loving that. D. Scott Howard has joined us at the ballpark. Giants fans are misguided at best, he says. How are you doing, D. Scott? Here's Jack the Ripper. Seaver deals to the Ripper. Off-speed pitch to Jack Clark. 2-4-4. Will it close the door? That's a 12. And Clark sits back nicely. Singles to left. Good job by Jack. 1 out, 1 on. And why Jack Clark wants to steal again, I don't know. I don't control either teams. He just likes to run. Will he get the jump? It's a 52. This time Jack Clark will steal second. Throw not in time. So Clark in scoring position with 1 out. For Terry Whitfield. Whitfield 0 for 1. He struck out. Seaver peeks over his shoulders. Concepcion boxed towards the bag to try to keep Clark close. The pitch to Terry Whitfield. Power column for Whitfield. Seaver tosses up a fat one. He challenges him with the fastball. 6-2-3. What will it be? We shall see. That ball is going to... He might lift one out of here. If it's a 6, it's gone. It's a 4, it's going to be a single. So he rips a single to right. Will Clark score? They're going to wave Clark. And now it goes against Griffey's arm. Or Clark's speed. So it's got to be under a 4. 4 or under. It's a 2. And Clark scores! Slides under the tag of Johnny Bench. And it's 2-0 San Francisco. So the stolen base comes into play. The Go-Go Giants are up 2-0. 1 out, 1 on. Whitfield will be credited with a ribby. And here's Mark Hill, the catcher. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to Foster and left. The pitch to Hill. Oh, nuts. What was that? 2. Okay. So that's pitcher's control, the red 5. 5-5-2. 22. And he walks him. Whitfield advances to second on the free pass to Mark Hill. Seaver in a bit of a pickle here. Now we have a base action. Let's see what that's going to be. That's a 1-4. 1-4. Possible wild pitch by Tom Terrific. We go to his wild pitch rating. Got to stay 3 and under. It's a 5. Runners will advance as that ball gets by. Johnny Bench, curveball. Bounced in front of the plate. Whitfield to third, Hill to second. Giants threatening again. And Sparky Anderson pulls the infield in. Johnny LeMasters doubled his first time up. Seaver looking for the K. He kicks and deals to Johnny LeMaster. Challenges him with a fastball. LeMasters, will he grip and rip again? 3-4-5. Rare play. The dreaded dribbler to the mound. Oh, it might not be the dribbler to the mound. 5. Ooh, 56. Let's see what this is going to be. 56. Medium fly ball to right field. Griffey settles under it. Makes the catch. Whitfield. Speed equals Griffey's arm. And Whitfield scores. And it's 3-0. Giants. Throw just slightly up the right field line. Or right side. Bench had to stretch for it and dive back, but Whitfield scores. 3-0 Giants, 2 outs. Hill still at second. And that brings up the pitcher, Bob Knepper. Knepper had a sac bunt his first time up. Seaver deals quickly to his counterpart, Bob Knepper. Infield defense, red 4 infield defense. 4-3-5. Knepper swings the sticks, hits it to little Joe Morgan. It's a 14. Possible error on Morgan. Morgan's error rating is a 53, so you want to stay away from a... He's made the play. 2-3-6, and the inning will be over. 2-3-6. Morgan knocks it down. Throws to Dreesen at first. The side is retired, but not before the Giants plate 2 more. We go to the bottom of the 4th. San Francisco 2, Cincinnati nothing. Due up for the Reds. Concepcion, Dreesen, and Geronimo to face Bob Knepper. Davey Concepcion 0 for 1. The pitch from Bob Knepper, and it's a good pitch. That's a 2-4-6. 2-4-6. Can Concepcion fight it off for a hit? He shall not. He's going to swing and a miss. Fooled badly on the slider. 1 down. Here's Dan Dreesen, the Reds' first baseman. 1 for 1. He's single. The pitch to Dan Dreesen. Knepper, control check, 5-2-2. How do you do? That's a 29. Dreesen, fly ball to center. Larry Herndon is there, 2 down. He reached for it. Extended the zone. 2 out, space is empty for Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo's 1 for 1 with a single. Here's the pitch to Geronimo, and Knepper is on point today. 2-2-3. Makes a decent pitch there with that 2 column. 2-2-3. 14. But Geronimo fights it off, singles to center. Inning stays alive for Tom Seaver. Why you're stealing with the pitcher at the plate? If you're caught, the pitcher will lead off the next inning. But they want to steal. Let's see. 36. Well, Geronimo's got a decent chance here. We got to roll higher than a 36, and he will make it with that 61. So he's in scoring position as he beats the throw from Mark Hill. Got a great jump off Knepper, though. And it's a possible throwing error. He could get to third. He will not. As that ball was blocked nicely by the second baseman, Andrews. So Geronimo at second, 3-0 Giants. Can Tom Seaver help his own cause? He grounded to short his first time up. Here's the pitch from Knepper to Seaver. Control. Check for Knepper. 5-2-5, 5-2-5. Seaver swings. Fly ball, shallow center. Herndon makes the catch. Geronimo stranded at second. Seaver's made contact twice, but he is 0 for 2. Top of the fifth, 3-0 Giants. Due up for San Francisco, the top of the order. Herndon, Andrews, and Evans to face Seaver. Herndon is 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out with a ribby. The pitch to Larry Herndon. Power column! Seaver puts a fat one over the plate. That is a 6-1-6. Herndon swings 35. And he gets under it. Oh, shallow fly ball to left. Foster makes the grab. 1 down. Does not take advantage of a pitch to grip and rip. Now bring up Rob Andrews, the second baseman. He is walked and grounded out. The pitch to Andrews. Again, Seaver with a fat fastball over the plate. 6-5-3. What will it be? We shall see. It's a 34. And again, they're just not jumping on that fastball. That's a fly out to shallow center. Cesar Geronimo corrals it. 2 down. Base is empty. Top of the fifth. 3-0 Giants. Third baseman for the Giants, Daryl Evans, strides to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out and struck out. Seaver, a bit lucky in the last 2 batters. He's ready. He rocks and deals to Daryl Evans. And he makes a much better pitch here with an off-speed pitch. 2-3-2. 2-3-2. How do you do? 2-3-2. That's a 17. Swing and a miss. 1-2-3. Go the Giants, though Seaver left a couple of fat ones over the plate. Bottom of the fifth, 3-0 Giants. Due up for the Reds. Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. If anyone gets on, George Foster. Pete Rose, 1 for 2. He's grounded out and had a bunt single. Rose batting righty. Knepper nods his head. Hill sets the target. The pitch to Charlie Hustle. Knepper makes a pretty decent pitch there with a 2-6-5. Rose sends it to center field. Herndon making a bid to make a great play. He needs a 1 or a 2. He will not get there. It's going to drop in. Will Rose try for 2? Rose is going to try for 3, and he's got it! He has got it! As Herndon made the diving attempt, he doesn't make the catch. It rolls behind him, and Pete Rose winds up at third with a triple. Can the Reds take advantage of this, though? Giants will play back for the out. They'll give up the run. The pitch to Ken Griffey Sr. He is doubled and failed on a sac bunt. Knepper deals to Griffey, and Knepper comes up pretty big there with a 1-5-3. Can Griffey fight a good pitch off here? 1-5-3. What will it be? We shall see. Pops it up. Right side. Andrews outfield turf makes the catch. 1 down. Rose still stands at third, 90 feet away. Reds trying to plate their first run, and here's little Joe Morgan. Morgan's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. The pitch to Morgan. Knepper gets him to pound it into the turf. Infield defense, 4, 5, 6. Pick up some sticks. That ball's hit to Johnny LeMasters. LeMasters has it. Throws to McCovey, but Rose scores on the 6-3. Morgan will be credited with an RBI, but the Giants gladly take the out and give up the run. So it's now 3-1, 2 outs, base is empty. Bottom of the fifth, and here's George Foster. Speak softly, carry a big boomstick. He's 1 for 2. He's grounded out and single. The pitch to Foster. 4-3-3. Infield defense. Foster swings, sends it to Andrews. 14. Possible error by Rob Andrews. 46. And he will just make the play. 4-6-2. Andrews knocks it down, struggles from his knees, flips it to McCovey, and they just nip George Foster. Can't get any closer than that. But the Reds do plate one. We go to the top of the sixth. 3-1 San Francisco. Joining us here at Riverfront Stadium, our good friend Christopher Anderson. How you doing? Hope all is well. Giants will send McCovey, Clark, and Whitfield to face Tom Seaver in the top of the sixth with a 2-run lead. Seaver so far, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks. Willie McCovey's 0 for 2. The pitch to Stretch. And Seaver again works tough to McCovey. 2-2-1. Again, the 2 in the 1 column. Pitcher making pretty good pitches. Again, if you're a stinky pitcher, it doesn't help. Well, it helps, but not as much. 2-2-1. Ballpark effect. That ball's hit to right field. Griffey racing to make the catch. And he does! As his defensive rating was higher than the split, which is a 2. So a nice running catch by Ken Griffey in right. 1 down. And now I'll bring up Jack the Ripper. Jack Clark is 2 for 2. 2 singles, a stolen base, and he scored a run. Bench sets the target. The pitch to Jack the Ripper. Infield defense 4-3-3. 4-3-3. We shall see. That ball's hit to Davey Concepcion. It's a 21. And Concepcion charges. Bare hands. He throws to first. Clark will beat it out with a 2-5. And Clark beats it out. He is 3 for 3. So Clark beats it out. 1 out, 1 on. Nice bid by Concepcion. And here's Terry Whitfield. 1 for 2 with a ribby. He singled and struck out. Reds hoping to turn 2 up the middle with Concepcion and Morgan. Infield playing halfway. Seaver takes a deep breath. Looks to first. Now in at bench. Pitch homeward bound to Terry Whitfield. Power column. He challenges them with a fastball but gets too much of the plate. Can Whitfield take advantage of this? 6-3-4. Whitfield swings the boom bat. It's a 34. He does not. He gets jammed. That's a shallow fly ball to center. Geronimo makes the catch. Seaver is playing with fire. He's lucked out on some of these pitches that have got too much of the plate. 2 outs. Clark will be off on contact. The number 7 batter for the Giants. The catcher, Mark Hill, strides to the plate. Digs in the right-hander's batter's box. He's 0 for 1. He's flown to left and walked. Bench wiggles the fingers, sets the target. The pitch to his counterpart, Mark Hill. Hit column. So again, Seaver leaves up a possibility for a hit on the 3-5-4. Seaver hoping to close the door. Ballpark effect. It's either a single or an out. It will be an out. So Seaver again lucks out here, making the fine catch. Running catch in right will be Griffey. So 2 good catches by Griffey. Ends the side. Clark stranded at first after the infield hit. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 Giants. Giants looking for their first win of this early 1978 season. Due up for the Reds. Bench Concepcion and Dreesen to face Bob Knepper. Knepper 7 innings so far, 8 hits. 5 innings so far, 7 hits. I was looking at his season total. 1 run, no walks, 2 Ks. The pitch to Johnny Bench from the baseball bunch, and Knepper makes a tough one there. 1-4-5. 1-4-5. Will Bench stay alive? Bench swings the stick, grounds it to Evans at third, who throws to McCovey. 1 down. Here's the Red shortstop, Davey Concepcion. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. The pitch to Davey. Davey hoping to slap this one somewhere. That's a 3-1-6 hitter column. 3-1-6 to Concepcion. It's a 34, and it is a shot to center, and it's going to be a double. Herndon cannot corral it. He's had a tough time out there. So a 1-out double. Tying run comes to the plate, and Dan Dreesen. Dreesen in 1978, as we have hindsight, had 16 home runs, so he's got some pop in that bat. And it's a lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch to Dan Dreesen from Bob Knepper, but Knepper makes a tough pitch there. 2-2-4. 2-2-4 looking to close the door and Dreesen. It's a 14, and Dreesen fights that pitch off. He singles to center. Herndon puts a good charge on it, throws. The ball's cut off. Concepcion is held at third. So Dreesen fights off a good pitch. 1 out, runners on the corners. Tying run stands at first in Dreesen. Go-ahead run at the plate in Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Seaver on deck. Knepper in a pickle here. Giants hoping to turn 2. The pitch to Cesar Geronimo. And it's going to be control check. Possibility of a walk here. 5-1-6 by Bob Knepper. And he walks him. Dreesen to second. Geronimo to first. Concepcion stands at third. Bases are juiced for Tom Seaver. Seaver's grounded out and flown out. Will they lift Seaver? I'm going to roll these dice, obviously. If they go to a pinch hitter, whatever is rolled will count. Because I don't know if they're going to a pinch hitter. So here we go. Will they stick with Seaver? Either way, that's a tough pitch made by Knepper. 1. Oh, shoot. All right, made a mistake. So you click here, and then click back, and you just go back. That's all we do. 1, 4, 3. What will it be? We shall see. Seaver swings away, and he misses. He strikes out. So Sparky Anderson stuck with Seaver in the bottom of the 6th. I might have sent a pinch hitter up there down by 2. But here's Pete Rose. Maybe that's why he stuck with Seaver. Here's Charlie Hustle. Rose is 2 for 3. He nubbed one in front of the plate. Hill threw him out. Then he had a bunt single and a triple to center. When Herndon made a dive for it, it rolled to the wall. No place to put Rose. Rose in that crouch. Bat on his shoulder. Knepper takes a deep breath. He rocks and deals to Charlie Hustle. Control check again. 5-5-6. Ball 4. Rose flips the bat and runs down to first. Trotting in from third is Concepcion. It's now 3-2. 2 outs, bases still juiced. And here's Ken Griffey, senior. He is doubled, failed on a sac bunt, and popped out to second. So he is 1 for 3. Dreesen the tying run at third. Geronimo the go-ahead run at second. No place to put Griffey. Hill goes out to have a word with Knepper. Will they stick with Knepper? Lefty-lefty matchup. They might stick with it. He's ready. He rocks and deals to Ken Griffey Sr. Power column for Ken Griffey Sr. 6-1-5. Griffey looking to grip and rip, but he pops it up. Calling for it is the second baseman, Andrews, and he makes the catch. Griffey over anxious on the hanging breaking pitch. The Reds get 1, but they strand. The bases loaded. We go to the top of the 7th. 3-2 Giants. That is what you call a squander, boys and girls. As Clinton Park says, yeah, Al, but this is 1978, not 2019. I would have went with a pinch hitter. I would have went with a pinch hitter. I don't care what year it is. I would have went with a pinch hitter. Bases loaded. 1 out. I would have went with a pinch hitter in the 6th. Due up for the Giants, LeMaster, Knepper in the top of the order. Herndon, Tom Seaver. Down by 1 run. He's got to put up a goose egg here. Seaver deals to Johnny LeMaster, who is doubled and hit a sac fly to right. And Seavers does make a tough pitch. 2-5-6. Pick up some sticks. 2-5-6. LeMaster, swing and a miss. Seaver spotted that fastball much better. 1 out for Bob Knepper. And again, if they pinch hit for Knepper, we will stick with the roll. The pitch from Seaver to his counterpart, Knepper. Infield defense with that red 4. So it's going to be a 4-3-2. How do you do? Knepper swings. He hits it to Dreesen. That's a 13. Possible error by Dan Dreesen. He's pretty good glove there. 55, so it's got to be higher than a 55. And he will make the play. He knocks it down, and he will make the play. That's a 4-6-6. So a good play on the hard hit ball. Diving attempt by Dreesen. He knocks it down, gets up, rushes to the bag. Unassisted. So 2 outs, base is empty. Top of the order, Larry Herndon. Knepper really swung the stick well there. Herndon is 1 for 3. His one hit, a single. Seaver is ready. Bench sets the target. The pitch to the center fielder for the Giants, Larry Herndon. He's going to struggle with this one. That's a 2-1-3. 2-1-3. 40. Grounds it to Concepcion. Over to Dreesen. The side is retired. So Seaver does what he needed to do. He put up the goose egg. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. And take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back, for it's root, root, root for your home team or your favorite team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. As Clinton Park says regarding letting the pitchers hit, pitchers were more manly back then. That is true. All right, Reds trail by 1. They'll send up Morgan, Foster, and Bench to face Bob Knepper. Knepper and the Giants cling to a 1-run lead. Joe Morgan is 0 for 3, does have a ribby on a ground ball to short. He's also struck out once. Morgan digs in the left-hander's batter's box. The pitch from Knepper to Morgan. Infield defense, you see the red 4, so it's a 4-5-3. Morgan swings the stick. Oh, what the hell did I do there? Result 6 column. Oh, that's one of those weird things. So it was a 4-5-3. Did I invert? I inverted, didn't I? I did 5-4-3. Oh, well. He gets a walk. I inverted. Should have been a 4-5-3. I obviously went 5-4-3. That's what happens when you have dyslexia. Well, the Reds catch a break, and that's it for Bob Knepper. Randy Moffett will come in. He had 12 saves. He was 8-4 with a 3.31. He has the advantage on the 6th column because it's a righty-righty matchup, and he's a reliever coming in. All right, well, things happen. Foster trying to give the Reds the lead. Randy Moffett has a word with Hill. Hill back behind the plate, squats down, sets a target. Giants hoping to turn 2 off the bat of George Foster. Here's a pitch of George Foster. Infield, 4-2-4. 4-2-4. That ball's hit to Johnny LeMasters. That's a 21. And it's off his glove into left center. Possible double play ball, but off his glove. Now it's first and second infield. Corners are playing in, looking for the bunt from Bench. I don't think Bench is bunting. Moffett in a bit of a pickle here. He deals to Johnny Bench. Bench with a power column. 6-4-5. 6-4-5. Oh my God. They just pinched hit for Johnny Bench. Are they out of their freaking mind with Rick Auerbach. Not Red Auerbach. I apologize. He did hit .327, and he will stick with the 6-4-5 because that's the way I do it. I rolled the dice. So 6-4-5. He's putting down a bunt. Now we re-roll. It could. Wow. Well, the computer just shot itself in the foot. 2-6. And that's an 8. So the sacrifice will be good. Moffett fields it. His only plays to first to McCovey. Advancing to third is Morgan. To second is Foster. 1 out. They pinched hit for Johnny Bench to put a bunt down. Okay, I definitely would not have done that. I guess they're going dead ball there. Here's Davey Concepcion. Tying run 90 feet away at third and Joe Morgan. Foster the go-ahead run at second. Concepcion is 1 for 3. He's flown out to center, struck out and double. Moffett is ready. He rocks and deals to Davey Concepcion. He leads a fat one over the plate. That's a 3-6-1. That if you're a batter, you want a 3 or a 6 column with that red die. So it's a 3-6-1. Concepcion swings. It's a 44. Shot to short. And LeMasters makes the leaping catch. They're looking to double up Foster at second. It's a 5. I don't think it's going to be a double play. I can't remember if this is higher or lower. There's a couple of them like that. It's a double play as he throws to Andrews, who steps on the bag. And the Giants wriggle out of that one. So a line shot to the leaping Johnny LeMasters. Foster way too far off the bag, trying to get those extra steps to try to get that go-ahead run. Instead, he's doubled off when Andrews steps on the bag from the throw by Johnny LeMasters. So on that, the higher roll is better. There's a couple of those in this game that I get mixed up. Cincinnati will send Werner in to catch. Oh, shoot. You can't see the dice. Oh, my lord. I forgot to click this button. I've been rolling the dice and you can't see it. Oh, my God. That's too funny. I forgot to click the button. I've been rolling the dice thinking you could see it. Anyway, I've been rolling the dice for real. All right, that's kind of funny. Well, we'll go with it. That's all we can do, right? I forgot to click the thing. All right, so it's Andrews, Evans, and McCovey to face Seaver. Werner behind the plate. It's funny because I wanted to see what his full name was here. He's batting 5th, Don Werner, because I didn't know who he was. And I noticed the camera was not on. But we have been rolling the dice, and you see the Digital to Dice podcast. And I apologize for that, but poop happens. Here we go. Rob Andrews, hitless. He has walked once. The pitch from Seaver to Andrews, and Seaver leaves it over the plate. 6-5-5, 6-5-5, 35, and that's a shallow fly ball. Foster comes in, makes the catch in left. So again, they're not taking advantage of Seaver's catching a lot of the plate. 1 out. Seaver gets a boost. And here's Daryl Evans. Brandon Baker says, who's pinch hitting for bench? Crazy. The AI is drunk. The AI is stoned. Here's the pitch to Daryl Evans. He struck out twice and flown to Foster and left. And that's not going to be good. That's a 1-4-1. As you can finally see me, I've actually been pointing before. Like, here's a red 1 and not realizing the camera was not on. 1-4-1. He's going to strike out. So Evans' struggles continue against Seaver. Giants still have a 1-run lead. 2 outs, base is empty for stretch Willie McCovey. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out 3 times. Werner, the new battery mate, sets the target. The pitch to Willie Stretch McCovey. Seaver bearing down here. It's a good pitch with the red 2. Can McCovey fight it off? He batted .228. I'm going to say no. 2-5-6. Pick up some sticks. And that's strike 3. Swing and a miss. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 Giants. Ivy has come into play first. He's a better defensive first baseman. I believe that's Mike Ivy. And I believe that's Mike Ivy. Yep, Mike Ivy. He's come into play first. 2 for range, which is good. Lower the number in the infield, better. And his error rating's a 53. So Mike Ivy comes in at first. McCovey's out. D. Scott Howard says, Parks leaves and Utah Mike shows up. Has anybody ever seen them in the same room? That's a good question. The good news is, D. Scott Howard, you can now see me rolling the dice. Here's Dan Dreesen. Reds trail by 1. Dreesen is 2 for 3. A single, a flyout, and a single. Moffitt in relief of Knepper, looking to lock it down here. Giants trying to get their first win. Here's the pitch. Homeward bound to Dan Dreesen. Hit column 3-4-3. 3-4-3. What will it be? We shall see. That's a rare play. Could it be the dreaded dribbler to the mound? 5. No, it will not. We're going to go to the rare playbook. Red and white. Ooh, a 62. How do you do? What will this be? 62. Tapped in front of the plate against the catcher's defense. Home field advantage. Subtract 1 from the visiting catcher. So if it's higher than a 2, he beats it out. It's a 1. They just get Dreesen. Nice stretch by Ivy. As Mark Hill barehanded it. It was a nice stretch and backhanded scoop. 1 down. We needed to roll a 3. I rolled a 1. Again, I'm not managing either team, but I'm just saying. 1 out. Bases empty for Cesar Geronimo. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles and a walk. Moffitt. The righty's ready. He deals to the left-handed batting Geronimo. Geronimo has an opportunity here with a 3-4-1. 3-4-1. The red 3 possible hit column. Another rare play. That's a 6. Dribbler to the mound. We got the dreaded dribbler to the mound. Geronimo needs to stay under a 3. It's a 3. He beats it out. Infield single. So Moffitt could not make the play. Tying run at first. Now you have to pinch hit for Seaver. You know what? I'm just going to click. I'm going to click on the dice. I'm assuming a pinch hitter's coming up. And here it does. Okay. There we go. They're pinch hitting, so we didn't roll. And it's going to be Mike Lum, who hit 267. He had 6 homers. So Mike Lum comes off the bench to hit for Tom Seaver. Seaver, if Lum hits a 2-run homer, can still win this game. Or if the Reds take the lead, because he'll be the last pitcher of record. He's a left-handed batter. Moffitt has a word with Hill. Hill goes back behind the plate. Corner's playing in. You're not bunting with 1 out. Moffitt deals to Mike Lum. Will he eat a plum? He's going to swing the stick. Infield defense check on the 4-4-1. That ball is hit to Mike Ivy. It is a 13. And boy, were they lucky to put him in. Possible error. He's got to stay 53 and under. He doesn't! We roll a 65 because I'm a Red Sox fan. It is an error. So Mike Ivy, put in for defensive purposes, boots the ball. Tying runs at second in Geronimo. He reached on an infield hit. Lum reaches on the E3. He's the go-ahead run. Top of the order, and Pete Rose. Reds could pull this out. Charlie Hustle is 2 for 3. He's singled and tripled. He's also walked. Has a ribby when he walked with the bases loaded. Giants open to turn 2 up the middle with LeMasters and Andrews. Infield halfway. Moffitt is ready. He rocks and deals to Pete Rose, and he makes a tough pitch on Charlie Hustle. 1, 2, 3. The red 1 indicates a pretty good pitch by Moffitt. Rose hit 302, so you never know. 1, 2, 3. What will it be? We shall see. It's a strikeout. And Rose does not like the call. Couldn't pull the trigger on the breaking pitch outside corner. So 2 outs, 2 on, and now it's up to Ken Griffey Sr. Sr. has doubled, failed on a sac bunt, popped out to second twice. Geronimo and Lum will be off on contact. Geronimo at second, Lum at first. Moffitt takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. Pitch homeward bound to Ken Griffey Sr. Power column! 6-1-1. He catches too much of the plate. Can Ken Griffey Sr. take advantage of it? 6-1-1. No, he won't. That's a 32. That's going to be a shallow... Actually, it's a pop-up to third. And waiting for it to come down, making the catch, is Daryl Evans. The Reds squander a big one there. We go to the top of the 9th. Coming into pitch is Manny Sarmiento. I'm sure if I mispronounce that name, the name gods will come and get me. So it's Manny Sarmiento, I believe, against Jack Clark, Terry Whitfield, and Mark Hill. 1-run lead for the Giants. They try to increase it. Clark, 3 for 3, 3 singles. Stolen base, he scored a run. Here's the pitch to Jack the Ripper from Sarmiento. Clark will swing, infield defense, 4-1-3. What will it be? We shall see. That ball's hit to Morgan. It's a 5. He will make the play as he tosses to Dreesen, 1 down. 3-2, top of the 9th, 1 out. Giants in the lead. Here's Terry Whitfield. He's 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout. Has a ribby. Sarmiento nods his head. It's a complete new battery now with Sarmiento and Werner. The pitch to Werner. Werner sets a target. The pitch to Terry Whitfield. And Sarmiento gets a little too much of the plate there. That's a 3-1-1. That red 3 is a hitter column. 3-1-1. Again, this is the way I interpret it. Ballpark effect. Can Whitfield get on? He shall not. They will make the play. So Sarmiento makes a good enough pitch. That's a 4, and that's going to be a fly ball to right. And Ken Griffey Sr. makes the catch. As Whitfield gets jammed. 2 outs, bases empty for the number 7 batter, the Giants catcher, Mark Hill. The pitch to Hill. Hill looking for his first hit. He's going to bang it into the turf in the infield. 4-6-5, 4-6-5. Will Hill stay alive? But now, instead, because of Sarmiento, oh boy, because he must give up home runs or something, you can see the 4-6, but on the top card and Sarmiento, you see the 4-5, and the 5 says a C6, so you go to column 6. It's a possible home run now. A possible home run for Hill. So a 1 or a 2, it's a home run. A 3 is a possible home run, and a 4 is a possible home run. 5, 6, or a single. Will Hill give the Giants a 2-run lead? It's a 1. That ball is a bippity-boppity boom to the moon, Alice. Mark Hill goes yard, and it's now 4-2 Giants. Boom goes the ball, and Mark Hill touches them all. And once again, I apologize for not having the camera up early in the game. So it's 4-2 Giants, 2 outs for Johnny LeMasters. The pitch to LeMasters, Sarmiento trying to get out of it, but again, he's going to get a little too much of that plate. That's a 3-4-2. How do you do? 3-4-2 to LeMaster. Oh, the dreaded rare play. We roll the purple die. That's going to be a foul ball. As Werner's going for it, will he have room? A 1 or a 2, he makes the play. It's a 1. He makes the leaping play up against the screen. And the side is retired. Nice play by Werner. He came in after they pinched hit for Johnny Bench. They pinched hit for Johnny Bench. The computer pinched hit for Johnny Bench to put down a sac bunt. And here comes Charlie Williams. He will try to close it out. Giants have a 2-run lead, 4-2. And you hit that 5 column, he's going to walk people. He has 4s and 5s there. That's not bueno. Right-handed thrower. 1 win, 3 losses, no saves. 5.44 ERA. He'll face Morgan, Foster, and Werner. Wouldn't you rather have Johnny Bench there? But again, they pinched hit for Bench. The computer pinched hit for Johnny Bench. Joe Morgan looking for his first hit. He does have a ribby and a ground ball to short. Williams is ready. He deals to little Joe Morgan. Morgan will hit it to the infield. It's going to be infield defense. 4-1. At least I did it right. 4-1-2. 4-1-2. I said it wrong, but I punched it in right. 4-1-2. That ball is hit to Andrews. It's a 14. It's going to be a possible error. Andrews has a 46. That's not bad. You got to stay under a 46 here. And he boots the ball. 5-4-2. And the tying run will come to the plate due to the error by Rob Andrews at second. And it's George Foster. He could tie it up. Charlie Williams should have 1 out. Instead, Morgan stands at first thanks to the E4. Foster has grounded to short, singled, grounded to second, and single. That makes him 2 for 4. The pitch to silent George Foster with a big boomstick. And that's going to be an infield defense check. 4-6-6. Pick up some sticks. LeMaster, he could turn 2 here, and he does. LeMasters to Andrews to Ivy. 6-4-3. 2 outs, base is empty, and instead of Johnny Bench coming up, it is Don Werner. Sparky Anderson's going to be questioned about that move. So 2 outs, base is empty. This is a story of many squanders for the Reds. 4-2. Giants trying to get their first win of the season. The win would go to Knepper. The hold would go to Moffitt. They didn't have holds in 78. The save will go to Charlie Williams, but he still has to get Don Werner. Werner batted 150. I'm assuming they're going to pinch hit for Werner. So I'm going to click the dice. No, he swings away and he strikes out. They don't pinch hit for Werner. Probably didn't have another catcher. And that's the ball game, folks. As I thought they were going to pinch hit, I clicked. But we let the computer roll the dice there. So the Giants pick up their first win. They're now 1-3. Cincinnati drops to 3-2. Bob Knepper's 1-0. Tom Seaver pitched well, but not well enough. He's 0-1. Charlie Williams picks up his first save. He did not have a save in real life. But Mark Hill, player of the game. Let's go to the box score. And now let's shut down so you can see the box score. Brandon Baker, Don Werner, the nephew of the AI. Probably right. Oh, we can keep the dice, the camera up because it's way over there. Okay. And again, I apologize. I forgot to turn the camera on, but I was rolling the dice. All right, here we go. For the Giants, Larry Herndon 1-for-4 at the ribby. Rob Andrews 0-for-3 with a walk. Evans 0-for-4. He struck out 3 times. McCovey 0-for-4. He struck out once. Mike Ivey came in to play defense, promptly made an error, but did not get in that bat. Jack Clark 3-for-4 at the run scored and a stolen base. Terry Whitfield 1-for-4 runs scored in a ribby. He also struck out once. Mark Hill gets the player of the game. Why, I don't know, but he was 1-for-3, a run scored, a ribby, and a walk. Johnny LeMaster's 1-for-3 with a strikeout, a run scored, and a walk, and a ribby. Run scored and a ribby. Bob Knepper 0-for-2. Moffitt pitched not hit. He got the hold. There was no holds in 78, but they would have given him a hold. And Williams, who didn't really have any saves, picks up a save. For Cincinnati, a disappointing loss with Tom Seaver on the mound. Rose was 2-for-4, a run scored and a ribby, a walk and a strikeout. Ken Griffey Sr. 1-for-5. Joe Morgan 0-for-4 with a ribby on a ground out and a walk and a strikeout. George Foster 2-for-5. Johnny Bench 0-for-3 and they pinch hit for him. Yeah. And there's Auerbach, the pinch hitter. He put down a sacrifice bunt, so no official at bat. Werner made the last out. He struck out because he went in to replace Johnny Bench. Davey Concepcion 1-for-4, the run scored, and he struck out. Dan Dreesen 2-for-4. Geronimo 3-for-3 with a walk. Seaver was 0-for-3 with a strikeout. Mike Lum, the pinch hitter, 0-for-1. And Manny Sarmiento, he gave up a bippity-boppity-boom. Did not get an at-bat. So the Giants win 4-2, 31 at-bats, 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 ribbies, 2 walks, 6 Ks. For the Reds in defeat, 37 at-bats, 2 runs, 11 hits, 2 ribbies, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Tom Seaver made a throwing error for Cincinnati. Rob Andrews made his 3rd error of the year. Mike Ivey his 1st. That was Seaver's 1st errors. Runners left on base. Giants left 4. Here are the missed opportunities. Reds left 12 runners on base. With runners in scoring position, they were 1-for-13. Giants were 2-for-5. They took advantage of their few opportunities. Stolen base, Jack Clark. He had 2 stolen. Oh, no, he had 1, and he also got caught stealing. And Geronimo had a stolen base for the Reds. Knepper gets the win. 6 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned 3 walks, 3 Ks. Oh, they have it. Moffitt, again, they didn't have holds in 78. Moffitt, the hold, 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, a strikeout, no walks. Williams picks up a save. He didn't have a save in real life. 1 inning, 1 strikeout. He struck out Werner to end the game. Tom Seaver, 0-1. He takes the loss. 8 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. Walked 2, struck out 6. Manny Sarmiento, 1 inning. He gave up a bippity-boppity-boom. A hit, a run. It was earned, and it was off a homer. Player of the game, Mark Hill. I don't know why, but he's player of the game. I probably would have given it to Jack the Ripper. 3 for 4 with a run scored. But that's just me. So there you have it. PC Replay Baseball. I apologize. I did not have the camera up to begin. I thought I had the camera up. I just didn't click the button. So now we close and we exit. And that's it. We might do a simulcast the rest of these. I might stream it, maybe not. Not tonight, obviously, or this morning. But so thank you very much to Brandon Baker, D. Scott Howard, Sports Time Machine, Clinton Parks, Chris Anderson, Kevin Hayes, Jim L., Rob's Rules, Dave Gardner. Thank you. Again, I apologize. I didn't have the camera on when I was rolling dice. But what's a fun thing about this game, like with Strat, you can roll your own dice. And, so that's a lot of fun. Cincinnati loses. The Giants get their first win. Giants win 4-2. Knepper gets the win. Seaver the lost. Williams the save. Mark Hill, player of the game. Oh, he had the homer. That's why. I still want to give him player of the game. Stay safe. Be smart. Health and happiness. Take care. Till next time. Bye-bye. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Peace. Love you all.